Mic check. Let's go right here. Oh, put the earphones on and then get close to the mic. And when if I go like this, it's because they can't hear you, and you try to stay as close to the mic as possible.
Oh, there it goes. I'm like, wait, why does it feel? Okay.
All right, we're ready.
In the back. Yeah, there you go.
And we are live. You can catch us on YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, Facebook, and Kick. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and we'll be right back with you, Howlers. Howls over Baaz. I'm Jacob Casas.
I'm Melanie.
It's Melanie.
Oh my gosh.
So please like and subscribe, everybody watching right now. I see you guys on YouTube and Rumble. So if you guys can please like and subscribe. And today we have a very special guest, and I'm going to have her introduce herself to our audience. Tell them a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Hi, guys. My name is Annette Hernandez, and I'm a real estate agent. A little bit of an entrepreneur. I have a couple of businesses that I do prepare document preparations for divorces especially. But I also have a small business in lingerie. So I'm kind of all over the place, kind of like a jack of all trades. But,
nice. You have to be that nowadays. Like in this century, like you have to wear many hats.
Mm-hmm.
What got you started in real estate, and how long have you been in their business?
I've been in real estate probably about 15 years working with a broker. Not really as an agent. As an agent, I'm fairly new, maybe about going on 3 years now.
Oh, okay.
But I got into real estate because I went through a divorce, and like everybody else, I needed some flexibility, something that was going to give me the income that I needed at the time, which is also why, I started my own business. And as I got to know different people and met people in the industry, I kind of started to like it a little bit more, and I kind of like helping people out, helping them reach their goals.
So as a sales agent for 3 years, and then you also do something else with tax services or fingerprinting?
I do fingerprinting as well. That's in my business. So I do the background checks for the state, the electronic method, and the ink method as well.
What does that mean, though, like fingerprinting?
The fingerprinting is background checks, so checking criminal history, verifying for employment.
Oh, for like other businesses to employ? Okay. That's great. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, so there's different types. Sometimes if they require you to do like an FBI background check internationally, they'll require you to do like an ink method, and we use little cards.
And that's your own business?
Yes, that is my business.
How did you get into that? I've never even heard anybody into that.
Again, when I went through my separation, right before that, I started looking into what can I do that's going to make me money that has a low overhead, where, I have the flexibility to do what I can do to be there for my children as well. Mm-hmm. So I started doing the research, and I came across fingerprinting. I actually decided to go back to school at the time as well. So I was looking into like criminal investigations, getting a background in law. So that popped up as well. So I started doing the research with the state, and I found out that I could actually apply, get a certification, and then apply it and use it to provide the service for the public. And it's getting a lot of contracts. It's like everything else. You have to go out and hustle and, gain your own business. But it's fun and it's interesting because you get to meet a lot of interesting people.
So, yeah, that's what I was going to ask next. So you have a lot of like contracts with businesses.
Yes.
Do they have to like sign a contract with you? Do they go, or is it just kind of like, you guys just kind of have like a partnership on that? Like, how does that work?
It just depends on who the partnership is with. Like right now I do Parks and Recs. Okay. I don't have a contract with them, but they call me back. Generally I get along well with them, and if they like my service, they'll use me every year. So I pretty much, get a call from them whenever they need me. but I don't have a contract with them. There are other companies where I do have contracts, and they just let me know, hey, I need you here on these dates, and then they have set fees from me aside from the fees that they pay for the state.
Oh, okay. And how long you been doing that?
I've been doing that for 15 years now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you do have your hands in a lot of things. Now, tell us a little bit about the real estate side. Tell us about the market right now. Let's get into that.
The market itself, as everybody knows, I mean, it's a tough market right now, but I think it's turning into a buyer's market. There's still a lot of properties out there. There's, still a lot of availability. It just depends on the individual, where they're at financially, if they can afford to get into certain properties. And like everything else, it's a process. You have to get pre-qualified to see what you qualify for, and then you can, start searching for what's, perfect for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And where do you normally sell from, or like the region wise?
I mean, I'm
do
pretty
you
much all over the place.
Oh, okay.
I mean, LA County, San Bernardino, Riverside,
Okay.
Orange County.
Is there different rules and regulations for when different counties when you switch over, or no? It's all under California
all
still.
under California?
Okay.
Yeah. Anything in California.
What would be the number one piece of advice you give to first-time home buyers?
If they're looking to buy, always get pre-qualified. Find a lender who can pre-qualify you. I am a lender as well, or
Okay.
a loan officer, I should say, not a lender. But you get pre-qualified. Make sure that you have the proper documentation to get pre-qualified. Once you have that, you're actually ready to go out and look for properties of your interest. But it's
And kind of within
primarily-
that budget too, right? Because they give you a like a pre-qualified amount, and that's kind of like your range you kind of look for.
yes.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, so generally they go through your finances and make sure that you have all of the documentation that they're going to need to qualify you for an amount. Once they do that, they also check your credit. All of those things are factors into qualifying for a loan because the interest rate. So it's essential to have good credit to get a better interest rate. But you don't necessarily have to have a 780 or 800 credit score. There are loans out there that will work with you if you have 580.
Oh, that
So-
low.
Mhm.
Wow. That's crazy.
What's
Well-
what's like a common mistake that buyers make that costs them in the long run?
A common mistake is, I want to say, for example, if they don't find a good agent, or if they don't necessarily follow the path of what's required to get pre-qualified, if they don't have all of those things, and then once they look for properties, I've come across situations where people get pre-qualified, they're looking for properties, and they go out and buy a vehicle. So, when they add to the credit, it jeopardizes their, up and coming purchase, only because now you're factoring in, more debt, and the more debt you have, it minimizes the amount you qualify for.
So wait for after you purchase the home?
100%.
Oh, okay. Wait until after, guys. The big purchase is the home.
Yes.
One thing I did want to ask. So, what about like first time investors? What do they need to know before like buying rental property?
Mm.
It's like everything else. You kind of have to, factor in the cost of the property, the expenses that are going to entail maintaining the property throughout the year. Once you have a rental unit, it's not just, making the mortgage. You have to factor in the fact that you have to charge a certain type of rent to maintain the mortgage.
Mhm.
And sometimes certain cities have rent controls. So if you buy a property and there's already tenants, it's kind of difficult to, up the amount of the rent. So it's kind of hard to know exactly unless you actually do the calculations of your expenses, how much you're going to be paying out, what you're going to have coming in. There's a method that they have for those type of calculations. But it's important to really, really factor in all the debt and the money that's going to be coming in.
Okay.
So as an agent, what role would you play in that? If, like, let's say there was an investor, do they come to you for like guidance or like any assistance kind of on how to move, what steps to take?
So generally, yes. It's like everything else. If there's an investor that wants to purchase a property, they have to get pre-qualified, unless they're an all-cash buyer. When it's an all-cash buyer, it's a little bit of a different process. And it's a little bit easier. But they do have to get pre-qualified if they're going to be getting a loan. So the process is still the same. And they would use a real estate agent to submit offers for them and help them locate the properties that they're interested in, depending on the units or the size of the rental units that they want.
What do you think is personally is the best way to build wealth through real estate?
Buy more real estate.
Just buy more real estate.
Yeah, so I just think if you buy real estate, you can never go wrong with it. One way, and I'm structuring myself this way as well, is you purchase real estate and you rent it out, you collect the income, you pay out what needs to be paid out. Make sure that you're always making money though, when you have a rental unit, because it wouldn't be worth it if you're losing money. And then from there, building generational wealth for your families, because, you would just have to get a living trust to protect those assets and hand them over to your families, tax-free.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that still I feel like because the economy and how it's kind of like not that great, and it's hard it was hard, not that much now if you're getting a 580 credit score and buying a house, but there's people out there that think like, oh, it's not worth it anymore, it's not what it used to be, so what other misconception would you say would people think of when buying real estate?
I mean, to be honest with you, it isn't what it used to be before. I mean, the cost of living is a lot higher than what it used to be. We have to work harder for our money.
Yeah, and a lot of people are not making as much to keep up with it either.
Right.
Inflation is crazy.
Yes, inflation is crazy, and I just think either way you have to live somewhere. So if you can save your pennies, whatnot, however you can to manage a mortgage. I know there's a lot of people that I come across that are paying $3,500, $4,000 in rent, and I think to myself, like, if you just can scratch off a little bit more and save to pay your own mortgage for $200 more, you can call it your home. It may not be a big home. It might not be where you envision yourself, but it's your own. So
yeah, that's true.
I think that's more important than paying somebody else's rent.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially apartments too. Like, I feel like apartments are so overcrowded, overpriced. It's just crazy right now. Like, my brother lives in Brea. I mean, his neighborhood's really nice, but he works like around the corner, so he walks sometimes. But when we're over, it's like always hard to find parking, and it's like, oh my God. And then the amount that he pays for a 1-bedroom. I'm like, bro, that's why I'm stuck in San Bernardino, because I have my own house. You know what I mean? I pay my own mortgage myself, and but it's not always easy for like a single mom, doing it on her own. So you have to like have your hands in different things, and I mean, just like you have multiple businesses. Like you always have to stay busy trying to make money.
Money
It's
don't
crazy.
sleep.
It does not.
And neither do I.
Right?
So speaking of different businesses, so you
I see how I did that.
Bing. Nah. So tell us a little bit about the other business you have. What kind of business is it?
Well, which one do you want to hear
So
about
how
first?
many? That's what I was just gonna ask. How many do you have?
So I have two
Okay.
businesses, which is, like I said, it's my
The
business
fingerprint.
with the fingerprint. I'm also a notary. And I
But
do
that's all under kind of the same umbrella,
correct.
right? Okay.
Yeah. So my business entails the live scan, the notary, and I also do document preparation. So paralegal work. I'm a paralegal as well. So I do
It's a lot of paperwork.
a lot of paperwork. Yeah, a lot of paperwork. Which is I
You get
have an
paper cuts? Do you ever get paper cuts?
all the
I
time, all the
know.
time.
It's just gonna ask.
I have an interest in law.
Yeah, you
and
just finished school for
I did,
bachelor's,
I did,
right?
I did. I got my
Bachelor's?
bachelor's.
Yes, good
Finance
job.
and law.
You got a
Yay.
brain on you for sure.
Yeah. Brains
Hey, you know what
and
though?
beauty.
Nowadays, what choice do we have,
Yes.
right? Knowledge
Yeah.
is power. So the more you know, the better. And staying informed is very important.
Definitely. Stay woke, guys.
Yep, definitely. So that I have that, and then I also started a lingerie brand. I don't know. I started the lingerie brand because I love lingerie. I think women look sexy in lingerie,
Ding,
and I
ding.
think it makes us feel,
Yeah.
feminine and sexy. So, when I started that out, it was just kind of a hobby, an interest that I was like, you know what, let me do something other than actual, professional business, something fun and flirty.
For
That's
you.
why I got into it. Yeah,
What's the name of the brand?
Nettie Sexy Secret.
Nettie Sexy Secret. Okay. Yeah.
How long have you had that running, that business?
The lingerie, I want to say about 3 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, so it's
you're
fairly
pretty
new.
deep. Yeah. Well, kind of deep too. 3 years is a good amount of time.
And
how
it's a lot of
lucrative
fun.
is it?
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. I do make money off of it. Not what I could say is going to make me rich, but it's also the time I put into it. I mean, if you have a lot of time, you can make great money. I just don't have a lot of time, as as you
Yeah.
guys know, I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
So, I guess I could kind of say that, I'm the one that causes, me not to make enough in that. But if you actually put yourself out there and, show it off and whatnot.
Show it off, guys.
Yeah.
That's how I met her.
Yeah.
That's how
Oh,
we met.
really?
Yeah, through the lingerie business because I did promo modeling work
promo
for
modeling.
Miha and
Yeah.
Sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
Miha and Sweetie for lashes, and then they had an event. I think it was in San Dimas
Oh,
at the Zendejas.
Oh, I think that was my launch party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was
Mario
my launch party.
invited me, and that's how I met her. And yeah,
And
It was
I've
pretty cool.
used her several times for, my outfits.
Yes.
She's
Uh-oh.
modeled for me.
Give that give that noise. That sound, guys.
yes, we have worked together, and
Okay.
I've done her makeup too for an
Yeah.
event she needed to. So trade work together.
And not only do I do that, I'm also a board member to a nonprofit.
Okay.
So,
Mhm.
I like to stay busy and learn as well.
You definitely are busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never worked for a nonprofit or didn't really know anything about it. I just got involved through a friend and, it's his nonprofit.
What
And
is it called? The
No More Locked Doors.
Oh, okay.
It's called
what's-
No More
what's it
Locked
about?
Doors. So they help individuals that were incarcerated and are just coming out into the back into the real world.
Society.
And so they help with resources to get them back into the working field.
Okay.
Mhm.
And how is that going?
So far, so good. Helping, drafting a lot of documents. Again, document prep. So I'm just kind of helping.
Contracts.
Yeah, so I do contracts. I do a lot of communicating with their people that they want to sponsor, that they want to come in to sponsor. And I help a lot more in the background with the paperwork, but I've learned a lot. Got to meet a lot of interesting people. It's been a lot of fun. But learning, the inside of running a nonprofit, didn't imagine it was going to be this hard, but, it's informational.
Different than running your lingerie business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, there's a lot of guidelines that you have to follow state-wise, federal-wise, and, they crack down on you if you don't. So it's important
That's
to kind of
good.
stay in line with all that. And again, I enjoy it because, it's kind of in the realm of, what I'm interested
Yeah.
in. So
That's good.
You like to stay busy. How did you come up with? How did you get that mindset of wanting to stay busy and building things? 'Cause it sounds like you're always building something, a different kind of business, or
Honestly, I don't know.
She's
It
like,
all probably started when I got divorced. When I got separated is when, I was like, well, what can I do with my time? And I just didn't want to have free time. And then maybe it stemmed from the fact that, I don't want to think about that situation and I just want to stay busy. Um, but I think more so also is that I realize that I enjoy school, knowledge, learning.
mm,
And the more I get involved, I feel like, hey, I learned something new today.
mhm,
Or, I can apply to either my business or, helping someone out.
mhm.
So I think that's why I stay real busy.
Yes, I like that.
yeah, I mean, because a lot of people that open businesses, I feel like they usually have like a, let's say, a trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have to have as much knowledge as you do for all the different things you do. So it's like a pool full of knowledge you have to have. It seems, because I mean, all that paperwork, all that stuff, that's crazy amount of work. How do you stay focused on what you're doing outside of all the other stuff you got going on?
I, I don't know. I think it's just,
You're just
when
used to it, kind of, or
It's kind of
used
become
to
your
it.
lifestyle
It
too.
is. It is my lifestyle now. But I think also, when you're in the groove of what you're doing, you're
Mhm.
just focused on that, and I try not to focus on anything else. Like, let's say I'm drafting, some kind of document for the court per se, right? Like it's a divorce. I just focus on that. I don't take phone calls for anything else. Once I'm done, then I'm like, okay, let's see who called me. But I stay focused on the one thing that I'm doing at the moment, because otherwise, I'm not just doing one thing. I'm doing 10 things.
Mhm.
So, I have to. I have to stay focused on what I'm doing in the moment. Otherwise, it's one of those things where nothing gets done.
yeah.
So,
How is it doing divorces? Is it like, does it kind of bring you down? You got to do divorce, so many like divorces.
no, it doesn't.
It seems like it
Again,
would be like stressful after a while. You know what I
I think
mean?
it would make you feel like you're not alone in this. Like there's other people out there struggling too, and let me figure out how I can help them.
yes, pretty much. It's always about um, giving them information, guiding them,
Hmm.
and letting them know, like, hey, you're not alone in this. There's so many people that go through the same thing. There's so many resources out there to help you out. And all you have to do is ask, and again, knowing and helping people and guiding them in to what the process entails, it makes it a lot easier for them.
Yeah.
Me myself, I don't do um, divorces that entail a lot. Like if they have a lot of properties, I
Oh,
don't do
community
them.
property.
Yeah, so if they have a lot of assets, I really don't touch them, only because now I'm giving legal advice and I'm not an attorney, so I can't. But I do have attorneys that I can refer them to, or if I am backed by one of the attorneys for something like where he says, "Oh, you just handle it and I'll take care of it." I will do it. But for the most part, I handle simple divorces where they have no assets,
No
maybe
kids.
one kid or two. But if they have numerous children, like more than two, I don't. Um, but I try to manage, guiding them in the process and just letting them know, like, hey, I can do this for you. We can sit down and do an agreement, or you can just hire an attorney to help you with the difference.
What kind of advice would you give somebody that's going through a divorce? 'Cause it's something that just maybe a lot of people just don't know. That like wouldn't think of, because I mean, I'm sure people are not going to be expecting to get a divorce, so when they're going through the process, they're not understanding like all the stuff that's kind of going on.
And they're a lot of times they're not in their right mind either. There's so much
Nah.
going on
Emotionally,
paperwork,
right?
emotionally,
Yeah.
yeah, and then how
I mean, it's kind of hard to give them advice. I mean, one, I can't give them advice. I mean, I can be there to hear them out and let them know, hey, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. You just really have to kind of mentally prepare yourself for the moment, the process, and just understand that once it ends, you just kind of have to know for yourself, like, hey, I have to, live a different lifestyle now and
definitely.
prepare for that. And that's pretty much all you can say or, inform them of.
And that's good to have someone like you because, I mean, a lot of times even going to the courthouse, people get stressed out and anxieties. And then a lot of them are not really helpful. They don't want to, there's a fine line between what they can tell you or advise you of and then what on the receiving end you want to hear and then don't want to hear, So it's like always hard, that gray area, trying to figure out everything. And that life adjustment is just big enough stress as it is already.
I mean, it's the same thing with me. I can't give people advice because again, I'm not an attorney. But I can inform them of what they can
resources,
do, where they can go, and if I can't help them, I can let them know, hey, here's an attorney. You can call them. They can give you all the information that I cannot. But again, it's all about knowing that there's resources for you out there.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you looking into getting into any other type of businesses? Because it seems like you're in everything.
No, actually, I'm not. I think I'm good for now. But
that nonprofit's getting you, huh?
Yes, it is. It is. It is definitely. I'll have more information on that. But I don't want to get into any more businesses. And the reason I say that is because I've had this goal since I was young, and I'm actually, moving along, and hopefully it'll come to fruition pretty soon. I intend to go to law school next year.
Oh,
so
yes.
that's one of my biggest goals. I've always been, like I said, interested in law, and finally at that stage where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put myself through it and see how it goes. 3 more years of school.
You can do it. You can do it.
3 years ain't that long.
Yeah,
though.
it doesn't.
It
seem
is
like
what
that
it is.
long.
It'll go fast.
Yeah,
I feel like women are always in school. I swear.
I feel like I've been in school forever.
Yeah.
Like it's never ending. But I'm excited. It's a new chapter, and I'm excited.
What kind
to
of
get
law
there.
are you trying to get into?
Probably real estate.
Oh.
I'll probably stick to real estate.
That's good. I think that's a good.
So you'll be like covered all around in real estate.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
So what would you do? Like, okay, say you're doing law for real estate. Like, what kind of stuff would you cover? Like, once you're out of school, like, what does that entail?
Real estate law, you mean?
Yeah, like,
Well, I mean, it depends because it can be a lot of. It could be things that have to do with title. It can be things that have to do with contracts, relating to real estate. So it could just, it's broad. There's a lot of different things it can be.
well, that's why I was just wondering because I don't know anything about that. So let's say like, what would the paycheck look like? Like, if you're, that's what I'm trying to wonder. Like, okay, so you're.
Well, let me put it to you this way. From my understanding, is there are not a lot of real estate attorneys out there, and the ones that are out there are very expensive.
Okay.
So, I mean, being an attorney for real estate, it's a specialty now. So
Someone needs to swoop her up before she does this.
Yeah.
She be making some money, guys. She got a lot going on right here. So you can tell the camera right there. Someone swoop you up quick. We got a lot of people in the chat. You want to read the chat off real quick?
Lemony Fresh, thank you for coming back and staying tuned. Salute. Eric Burnt, no way you're buying homes in California. Well, she said it earlier. You can have a 580 credit score nowadays.
And
Well,
you'd be surprised. There's a lot of
this
movement.
is the professional here.
Yeah,
Okay?
there's a lot of movement.
Yeah, if you got questions for Eric Burnt, oh, he's a regular that watches.
Okay.
So yeah, we don't know who he is, but yeah, thanks for watching. He's always watching.
He's like, Gavin Newsom destroyed the market. Y'all are cooked. You ain't getting a squatter out of your house in California.
You must be from out of state. Well, thanks for watching.
How do you handle like
Squatters.
squatters? Yeah, how would
That's
as
a whole nother
homeowner,
topic.
How would someone be able to?
That's a good topic actually
Yeah,
to go over
it is.
because these damn squatters, man.
First of all, what is a squatter for those that don't know
It's pretty much somebody that moves into your home and never wants to leave.
and doesn't pay?
And doesn't pay rent, and they just kind of take over your property. And that is definitely a process, and it sucks. that homeowners have to go through that. But
So is it a big thing in California?
it does happen a
More
lot.
popular out
It
here than
does.
anywhere else?
That I'm not 100% sure, but it happens a lot. I actually had a property that I put up for sale last year and sold. That it took us, I want to say, 3 years to get them out.
God.
It took us a
3
long 3
years.
years. And it was all because they got into the property during COVID, and then they changed the laws and
Is it still like that right now? Even because they changed, they changed a lot during COVID. Is it still that same way?
No.
No, they switched it up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they did change a lot of laws to help out tenants, with not having to pay rent. But they did have the resources, to have them go get money to pay the rent. But a lot of people didn't do that. They went to go collect the money and then in turn, kept it and spent it, whatnot, right? So the ones that lost out were the owners of the properties. But again, squatters is more like, you have to go through the eviction process. I always say, do your homework, do a background check or not a background check, but a credit report on them, get a credit check, and then verify all of that information before you actually bring them in to see their history.
Or get them fingerprinted.
Yeah, right. I mean, verifying that information before you bring them into your home can save you a lot of time, money, energy, and
Yeah, 3 years. So for a loss for the homeowner, what does that look like? So the house, they lose it to the bank?
I mean, if they don't pay the mortgage, absolutely, they can lose their property.
So the owner would have to still be paying it even though they have squatters there?
Yes.
You just got to call the homies from down the street
Yeah,
to
right.
take care of it. You know what I mean? We are in California. They'll do anything for some money. You know what I mean?
Fortunately, the property that I had to deal with, I mean, it entailed a lot of dealing with the city, dealing with the police department. It was a long process going through the courts and whatnot. But in the end, the owner the property was paid off, so there was no mortgage. So luckily, it was a paid off property, so they didn't have to worry about that.
How did they end up getting them out at the end?
So it was a long process. They did the whole eviction, which again, it was a lot of court, time and energy spent going to court, filing documents and whatnot. And then once they actually got the judgment from the court, they got the sheriffs to remove the individuals from the property.
Dang. By that time, 3 years later, he had all kinds of money saved up for his own place.
I'm thinking more like the damage in the house. Like, do they leave it damaged or do they?
I wish I could show you the pictures.
You know what I mean? Because they don't. Obviously,
bad.
people in your house, they never care about the property as much as you do, right? So, they're squatters. They don't give a shit. Like, just running amok, you know?
Well, in this particular incident, I knew the homeowner. She passed away. She was a 90-year-old woman, and they took advantage of that, right? So
I'm not laughing at that. I just have to. Eric Blunt said in California they all identify as a homeowner.
I'm dead.
Hey, you're right, dude.
They do.
We identify as the homeowner. Oh my God. No, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
a 90-year-old lady.
She was
The
90.
owner?
She was 90 years old. And they took advantage of an elderly. They just kind of moved in there. Her family wasn't very helpful. So they took advantage of the situation. They moved in. I got to see the property because it was an individual my mom actually used to take care of. But when the squatters took over, we kind of lost touch with her for a bit. And I got to see the property beforehand. The lady liked to have her own little drinks. She converted one of the bedrooms into like a little bar where she would just chill in there and, have her drinks. Cute little home, very homey. When I went back, when they asked me to put it up for sale, there was no home. The kitchen was torn out.
Like no cabinets?
Yeah, no
Oh,
cabinet.
so they destroyed it before they left.
Oh,
I think throughout the time they were living there, that's how they were living.
Man,
The
That's
bathroom was just
crazy.
you can literally hire cuz down the street for the same money you're going to pay the courts to get this motherfucker
someone
to disappear.
evicted. Yeah.
Like
that's
that, hire
crazy.
cuz down the street. Trust me.
yeah. But that's a problem. I mean, you can do that, but then they can take you right back to court and sue you. Because
Well, no, they won't know. It's all.
No.
Hey, there's people get mugged every day at the store and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just,
Dang.
That's definitely an easy route, but it's not the safest.
and you'll pay less money
I do
than
not
court.
recommend.
You can pay less money than court. You know what I mean? Be like, hey, I got a job for you guys.
That's
Listen
at
to
your own
Jacob.
risk.
Yeah. She's like, listen, you can listen to Jacob. Might take
Yeah,
your
but good
chance.
luck. Good luck.
Yeah,
with that
good
one.
luck with that one. But this is how you should do it.
There should be like something in the the books for that.
In the books for what?
Just hiring some people down the street.
Oh my God. No.
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 All bad.
Oh man. That's crazy. So she ended up having to sell the home. Is she still living?
No. She passed
she
away.
passed away.
And the reason I was able to sell it is because one of her nieces actually, contacted me and said, I need to sell this home. She passed away, etc. So once she actually got a hold of the property, she asked me to take over. So I gutted it and rehabbed it. So I rehabbed it and then put it on the market.
Wow.
That's so sad that people got to go through that stuff.
Yeah.
California's crazy for things. Like if they I feel like they don't have your back on a lot of things.
On a lot of things.
They have the back of the people they shouldn't have the back of.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It doesn't make any
definitely.
sense how California's like that.
It's so backwards. It's annoying.
In housing, it definitely seems that way.
Even in business ownership, like the same thing. It's so much It's so backwards. Everybody gets hurt except for the person trying to do the dirt.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So you said you're gonna do law then. So when are you gonna start that?
2026 is the goal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
It's
soon.
around the corner again.
Yeah, it is. It's not. It's actually a few months away.
You
really.
just finished, and you're gonna take a little hiatus,
It
and
was
then
a
you're gonna
small
go right
one.
back.
Yeah. It's because I feel like if I don't, if I don't get back into it now that I'm kind of motivated,
Yeah.
I won't get back into it.
Yeah.
So I might as well go full throttle right now and just, see where it gets me. And as far as I hear, I'm supposed to not be employed during this time. So I
Are you
guess
serious?
that's what they're saying. It's kind of freaking me out.
Employed
what
to
is-
go to school?
Yeah, so they're saying law school is so intense that I shouldn't have a job.
Oh, so it's not a mandatory thing. It's just,
No.
It's just because it's a lot.
Yeah. They
Wow.
say it takes a lot.
You have to have a man take care of you for a little bit
Yeah,
for
I'm
3
gonna have to go
years.
find me one, huh?
Put the number right there on the camera.
Our business cards.
Who
right
wants to
here,
come
guys.
support the cause?
She'll take care of you after.
Oh my gosh.
So tell the camera what you're looking for in a man.
Let's not.
Tell us more about the nonprofit too. You said you had some other information that you wanted to
Yeah,
talk
so
about.
the nonprofit's going to be having a toy drive in November. I believe it's the 28th or the 29th, one of those days.
25th? Does that sound about right? Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, let's confirm.
Let's confirm.
But it's going to be having a toy drive for people to come out and
29th. You're right.
the 29th.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
see, I was right. So to drop off a toy, it's a free event as long as you bring a toy, unwrapped toy, wrapped toy, gift cards, and whatnot. There's going to be individuals performing. There's going to be special guests. There's going to be, I believe, a car show as well.
Where is it going to be at?
It's going to be at the Derby Room in Pomona,
Okay, November 29th.
November 29th.
And
So
it's
come out,
free
guys.
entry with a gift or
Or
just
gift card.
Will they be lingerie like walkway models?
Hey,
I'd
that's
throw that in
a
there.
thought. That's
Whoa.
a thought. Let me think
Hey.
about that
Oh,
one.
collab.
You'll get a different
Yeah.
crowd. You get a different crowd in there.
They'll
think
be
about that
They'll be
one.
on the side with all the car shows.
Because remember, this is a kid event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
so
there'll be
there's-
the adult side. Be a big old curtain like this or there.
Oh my God.
This
Gosh.
event's for children, not for adults. So we'll see. Let me think about that one.
Hey,
Okay, so Pomona, it's a toy drive, and then the profits go towards.
So each toy that gets brought in, donated, gets to go to a child that
Mhm.
has registered. So we have to register children to receive those
Okay,
toys.
okay.
And
And
gift
is there
cards.
like a site? Is it the No More Locked
No
Doors?
More Locked Doors?
That's where they would
Um,
register?
Yes.
Okay.
There, or I believe you can email me at annette.nmlds@gmail.com. I'll gather the information. You can register your child for a free gift on that day, or I believe they deliver them on the day after.
Nice. So right before Christmas. A
Yes,
little early
right before
Christmas.
Christmas. Yes.
Nice.
It's probably a lot of work, huh? Putting all that up.
It is a lot of work.
But you girls like that
But
kind
you
of
know
stuff.
what? I don't have to do all the work, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
She helps in the background.
Yeah, in the
on
background.
paperwork.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's actually harder, huh?
The paperwork?
Yeah.
No, I feel like
No.
it's a lot probably in the back end of it, but when the event is actually here, you get to enjoy it. As
Yes.
opposed to someone throwing the event, I feel like because I've hosted parties before and I love party planning and all
Really?
that
I
stuff.
hate that stuff.
I love decorating. I love getting in my creative like mode. Like I love it. It's a really good hobby of mine. But when you are actually hosting, it's different. You can't really enjoy it because you're running around trying to entertain people, making sure everything's aligned, everything's scheduled on track. Performers are here.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And what
that
I
goes
see a
into
lot
it.
of is, hey, I need this. Hey, I need that. I need you over here. I need you over there.
Yeah.
I don't want any part of that. That's too much. I think that would stress me out.
Yeah, I don't like that
It
stuff
is a lot.
either.
It can be a lot.
I'm not
fun,
into
though.
the party planning stuff.
I love it. I love getting creative though.
I do too, but I think more in a intimate setting, something smaller, not a big event.
Mhm.
I mean, I'll be there, help you out if you need me. Hey,
Yeah.
send me a shout out, whatever. But no, to do the whole thing, that would be too much.
Yeah.
work for me.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
that's my problem too. Like I get so in my zone where I want to do everything. Like no, because I have a vision, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And like no one's gonna see your vision like you see, and you're like, "Ah." And then to explain it to that person, you're like, let me just do it. That's
Yeah.
just my problem, And so I just kind of had to take a step back, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, you're
That's
getting a
why I
little
keep
crazy.
it small and intimate because
Yeah.
when I entertain, I like to cook, and I like to this is this section, this is that section, different foods and whatnot. So
yeah,
it's
Yeah.
easier.
But it's nice. Toy drives are really good. I feel like it's fulfilling and giving back
To the
And
community.
yeah, definitely, and help the little ones.
Little ones, yeah, and put a smile on their face. Like sometimes because of their situation,
Yeah.
parents are incarcerated. Some of them don't get to experience,
Right.
Christmas like other children do.
Yeah, I've been in that situation before. I think they're back then it was Angel Tree. I think that was a different one that you kind of registered to, and they would send you a free gift or something. And so like,
Okay.
I was like maybe like 13 at the time, and I was a child of an incarcerated parent. So
Oh, I
it's
didn't know
always
that.
nice.
Okay, so it
Yeah,
hits home.
yeah. That's why I
You
would love
relate.
to support. Yeah,
Yeah.
relate. Anytime I see a toy drive, I'm like, I want to help. Whether it's local, it's a friends or whoever's like, I'm all for it.
I was fortunate enough not to have to experience any of that. My parents were hardworking. They were.
That's where you get it from.
Mhm.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
you're probably right. My mom has her own business as well.
You're making me tired just thinking about all this stuff. I'm like, damn.
My mother does have her own business, and she is a workaholic.
Mm.
It's like she misses birthday parties, she misses our events because she's out there. But she's in her 70s now, and it's like, to me, it's like I love to see her do what she enjoys to do,
Yeah.
and not only that, it keeps her young.
Yeah, definitely.
keeps her alive, and other than her business, you'll catch her at the casino spending the money she just made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's balance, baby.
Yeah.
What's her business?
She has a funeral home. She does funeral and cemetery services
Done.
out here,
Interesting.
actually.
Do the
in-
music. Cue the music.
Yeah, out here in Rialto.
Okay.
So she's out this way, and she just bought the funeral home. I want to say,
In Rialto, where? That one that's
Cedar? No.
what's it called?
I can't remember the name right now, but she just bought it. I think she's been there maybe about a year.
Hmm.
But
So
she's
it's
been
new.
in-
Well, you know that's a lucrative business. People are dying every day. so-
Yes, And I mean, but she's
Sadly.
been in the industry, I want to say, for over 20 years.
Oh wow.
Mhm. So she's built herself up. She's, got a managing team now. So,
Nice.
and the funeral home is hers. So she's, she's doing well for herself. And
That's
I
awesome.
can only look up to her.
As you should.
Yeah.
And obviously, you're like fruit. The apple doesn't far from the tree. You're planting the same seeds.
Yeah, I guess when you really think about it, yeah, I'm a lot. I guess I'm a lot like my mom, and we are our parents, I guess,
in a way, yeah.
Yeah. So, God bless her. She does, and she has done in the past so much for us.
Yeah.
So, nothing we can do to give back, but, be there and, be there for our children and kind of follow her path, So, she set a goal when she started working, when she got divorced. And she actually fulfilled it. She said, one day I'm going to buy a house for all my children.
Oh,
And
wow.
she did do that.
Oh, wow.
That's
do
awesome.
that.
How many kids does she have? Or siblings do
4.
you have?
There's 4 of us.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. And she did do that. She just bought the last one for my sister. So she's worked really hard to get to where she's at.
She ain't
Love
playing.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, she was not.
Hey, Mom.
Determined.
No, I'm just forgot about me.
Yeah, so she's a workaholic. So I guess you could say that's where I get it from.
Definitely.
No, that's cool.
But there's nothing like staying busy, like learning and just
Yeah.
being able to answer questions and help and guide individuals. I mean, it's the best, I think.
Yeah.
And then now getting into helping the community further, I enjoy it. I could go to sleep comfortable.
Yeah. And I think too, like the statement that you said is so true, and it holds a lot of weight as far as like staying busy, and it keeps you young. You're staying active. You always are doing something. Yeah, eventually you might burn out, but then that should tell you like, oh, that's not what you need to continue to do. Find something else and then do that. And then maybe you find something that you're passionate about and it'll stay with you for the long run. But I think once you stop and you become idle, like you kind of just deteriorate, health-wise, mentally-wise.
Mhm.
It's not good. I don't think it's ever good for anyone to just like sit stagnant.
Yeah.
You have to always keep your brain working and your body moving. It's important.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I want to live, that long. I don't know if I want to live to 100. I know from my dad.
Just being healthy-wise, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I know from my dad's side, their lifespan is fairly long, over 100.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're living. You're living.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I just started,
You'll
living.
be in
so-
school at 90. You'll be doing something else. Start another business.
You're probably right. Who knows? We'll
Something
see.
else. Something else is spin off in the lingerie.
Hey, Levity Fresh said, "Are you on the market with the ice?"
Oh my God.
That was a funny one. That was a good one.
Hey, right now I'm focused. I'm
Yes,
determined.
she's in her bag.
She didn't answer the question.
Neither confirm or deny.
I like that. So yeah, we did run out of time. So final words. The floor is yours. Anything you want to say? Anything about real estate? Any motivational thing you want to say to the audience?
Upcoming projects
Upcoming
or anything
projects,
to look out for.
Where they can find you? Anything. The floor is yours.
As far as real estate goes, don't be afraid to get informed to find out if you're looking to buy. Just go out and see where you're at, where you stand. Don't be afraid. You might not, be too far away from actually purchasing that home that you've wanted to purchase. So I just think it's important to, have all your ducks in order and inform yourself. And even if you can't in the moment, set a plan so that you can purchase in the future. And, with the proper guidance, who knows, it may be around the corner. So definitely,
Give her the buzz.
You can do it.
yeah, you can. It can be done. It can be done with proper guidance.
And final thoughts. What did you think of the show?
Great. I enjoyed
You had
being
fun?
here. Yeah.
Are you still nervous?
No, I'm not even.
Right?
Yeah, I saw-
I'm
it left
surprisingly.
pretty
You're
quick.
leaning now.
Yeah.
You're like more lax.
You're all chilling now.
Yeah, when I got here, I was like, I've never done this before. Let's see how this goes. But it's pretty chill.
So we're your first podcast.
Yes, you are.
Wow.
will be the best one too.
Definitely.
You're gonna
It's
leave
the one I'll remember always.
always. You're gonna be a natural.
still be the
for all
best
the
one.
other ones next. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, guys, if you need information or if you want to know anything about real estate or have any questions whatsoever, hit me up, 626-543-3281. But hey, hit me up for real estate.
or if you need a divorce, or if
Oh,
you got to
yes.
get your fingerprint, or
That
if
too.
you want lingerie.
Lingerie.
Either one.
Or you want to support the Tory Drive in
Absolutely.
November?
There's a million things. Yeah, there's a million things going on with it.
Yes. Give
Yeah.
back, guys.
So our slogan is shed the sheep. So we're gonna look at the camera on 3. We're gonna say shed the sheep. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Shed the sheep. Howls over Baaz. I'm Jacob Casas.
And I'm Melanie.
And Annette.
We appreciate you guys watching. We have an 8:15 coming up, so stay tuned. We appreciate you guys, and we're out. Peace.
Bye.